Ever heard of something called a starter stopper in your HID lighting system and wondered what on earth it actually does? Well, don't worry. We're going to break it down in plain, simple terms so that by the end of this, you'll know exactly what it is, why it matters, and how it helps you save money, reduce repairs, and protects your lighting system. HID lamps, like metal halide and high-pressure sodium, need a big jolt of electricity to start up. That jolt is called the starter pulse, and it can reach up to 10,000 volts. That's massive. That's 80 times more than what comes out of your standard wall outlet. These high voltage pulses are totally normal when the lamp is starting, but here's the catch. If the lamp fails to start, the starter keeps firing off these voltage strikes over and over, up to 120 times every second. And when that happens for too long, it starts to wear down the ballast, which is like the control center of the lighting system. It can overheat, degrade, and eventually fail altogether. Here's where the starter stopper comes in. Think of it like a smart switch. It lets the starter do its job first, but if the lamp doesn't ignite after a few tries, the starter stopper steps in and says, "That's enough. Let's stop trying before we burn out the ballast." It does this using a built-in timer. The starter is allowed to try for 3 cycles. If the lamp still doesn't light, the starter stopper disconnects the starter to prevent damage. The only way it resets is if you turn off the power and back on again, like a built-in safety system. So why is this a big deal? Let's say you've got a warehouse or a parking lot full of lights. If even one lamp fails to start and keeps pulsing high voltage all day long, it could damage the ballast, the fixture, or even start a fire in extreme cases. With the starter stopper, that damage is prevented automatically. It helps extend the life of your ballast, cut down on maintenance and repair costs, prevent annoying lamp cycling, and even save a bit of energy on each fixture. Here are a few good to know points. It works with metal halide or HPS ballasts from small 35 watt bulbs all the way up to 1000 watt bulbs. It fits most standard voltages, 120 to 277 volts. It's small, about the same size of a golf ball, with 12-inch leads for easy wiring. And best of all, it automatically resets after a power outage, so no hands-on work needed. Quick fact: laws passed back in 2009 under the EISA Energy Act now require pulse start systems for metal halide fixtures between 150 and 500 watts. That means starter stoppers are more relevant than ever to prevent extra stress on your ballasts when those lamps reach end of life. Here's a simple way to remember what a starter stopper does. If a lamp won't light, it stops the fight. Instead of letting your system waste energy and burn itself out trying to start a dead bulb, the starter stopper steps in to protect the rest of the system. So that's the starter stopper. A small, smart device that makes a big difference in protecting your HID lighting system. It saves your ballast, reduces maintenance, helps prevent fires, and gives your system a longer, healthier life. Thanks for listening. And remember, sometimes it's the little devices behind the scenes that keep everything running smooth and safe.